Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. Hope you're very well. This is non-farm payroll Friday, so we've got to see if we can get any trades off fairly early this morning, because then the markets might just then potentially drift into non-farm payroll. So we've got to get this done nice and early today. So we'll see how we get on. I'll press pause for now and have a look through these markets with the guys in the room. Right, okay, just back, and there's not been a lot going on here this morning. We've got not too much going on. This is the 5 minute chart, bear in mind, of the euro, but overall, if we come out to the hourly chart, there's not been a lot going on to warrant a trade. What we are doing at the moment, I say we, here we're obviously the guys in the trading room, is we're looking at the pound dollar. So it's just coming up to 9 o'clock here. We've got some news coming out on the pound, on the UK, should I say, at 9:30. So if on the pound we get a little spike up, it's going to have to spike up to sort of 125.50 odd to 60 odd. If we were to get a spike up like that, then we'll have a look at that. But at the moment, not a lot to do, so we'll press pause and we don't have to trade. Remember, you don't have to always trade. If it's nothing on, you can just leave it alone. And for me today, I'm not going to be around this afternoon. I'm not around for non-farm payrolls. Not for doing the video anyway. I can always be checking my phone when I'm out and about, but so I've got to get this video done. And if it means that I don't get a trade, let's say cable comes off here this morning and I don't get that spike up that I'm looking for on the higher time frames on cable, it could well be that I don't get a trade. We'll see, but if that's the case, so be it. You don't trade. And I always say, there's nothing wrong with not trading. We're in this business to make money, not to trade. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll press pause for now. Right, we're just coming into the news here on the UK news here this morning. So we're just looking to see if we can get a trade off. So I'm ready. I want to be long, basically. If it starts coming up, I'm just going to be looking. We've got momentum, which is positive in the background. So I'm just going to be looking to get long on push up. So we'll just watch it and see what happens. If it comes down, then there's nothing to do. And as we see, the news has come out and it's come down at the moment a little bit. Let's just see if it can come up a little bit, and if it starts to push, we've got a little bit of positive momentum in the background. The overall trend since yesterday's down move is to the downside, but I just saw that potential for a spike up. There was some open clear air above, up to around about 125.60 to 80 zone. So if it had spiked up, then I'd have been looking to buy it then. But as we can see, the news is out and nothing too much has happened just yet. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, so we haven't got the we've come down here on the pound, so haven't got what I was looking for if it was going to set up. So the momentum on the hourly charts and 30-minute charts is to the upside. So it's going to be a slow rollover on the momentum. By the time that rolls over, it's way too late. There's no way I just chase markets when they haven't got everything lined up. So the overall trend, if we go out to the hourly chart, has been to the downside, but this big congestion here has resulted in the market thinking that, oh, maybe there's a bit of positive momentum there, and that's why I was looking at this thinking, okay, we've got a clear air up here, so if it wanted to have a spike, then I'd have happily gone in with that with a short trade up to that level. But as we can see, it's not. It's just come off. So there's nothing for me to do here on the pound. So I'm going to carry on watching, but it's starting to get to that time where we're at gone 9:30, where I don't know if I'm going to get a trade here. It is non-farm payrolls day, though. So it's typical that the markets have been a bit sloppy overnight or whatever, and there's not been any opportunity. We've got everything lined up. And if I haven't got it lined up, I don't trade. It's simple as that. So it could well be that obviously there will always be movement around non-farm payrolls later. So I'll press pause for the time being. Right, okay, just back and just talking to the guys in the trading room, and the way it's worked out today is it's still only 10 o'clock, but there's just not going to be a trade here this morning. There's nothing that I've seen that's been clean enough to warrant trading today. And I think this is a really salient point, that as traders we always feel that we should be doing something, and yet a lot of the time what that doing should actually be sitting back, watching, monitoring the markets and waiting for the right setups to come along for you and for your style. I'm not seeing any right setups this morning for me and my style, so I just can't justify it. But don't get me wrong, we're having a good week here again. There's some open positions that I'm in. This is a trade that we've got in yesterday in the live trading room, so it's on the yen. It doesn't matter, and so that's running all right at the moment. I've got this position here. Which is I've got this hedged at the moment. That's why it's not moving around. I've just hedged this last night, so I've got that locked in at the moment. So that's doing all right. And I've got another open position here, which is just a little bit underwater. But again, it's just still a decent end to the week. So another decent week, but I just can't justify taking a trade when I think some of these markets are a little bit sloppy or there's a little bit of conflict. So hopefully that's a learning point today, and we'll finish the video here. If I had been at home here all afternoon, then I'd keep this video going, and obviously I would trade after non-farm payrolls, but I'm not here this afternoon, so there's just no point. So we'll call it a wrap, and we'll be back next week. Take care, enjoy your weekends, and trade safely.